Hey guys, today's ride took us to President Theodore Roosevelt's home in Oyster Bay, New York. And this is our sort of the Naadan Riders' first narrated content. And as you can see, I'm pointing to the old Burchard house, which was Roosevelt Jr.'s home. And as I look around, you can see this whole property is huge. And it was beyond the way it is today. But the old Burchard house, which was built in 1938, now is a museum and a visitor center. And it shares a lot of information regarding President Roosevelt and some of his hobbies and things that he did with his family and so forth, right? And the way times he served in the army, in the military and so forth, and as well as some information regarding his family and their whereabouts as well. So as you can see, we took a little bit tour, kind of showing you the sword that he used back then, as well as some of his weapons, guns and so forth, which was great to see. It is not something that you want to ignore. If you get an opportunity to visit the Oyster Bay area and come into this particular property, which is governed and maintained by the federal government, it's pretty cool. So just a little bit quick sort of facts, right? This house is a converted to museum, as I mentioned, and it exhibits Roosevelt's life, career, and legacy. It also includes some of his photographs, as you can see as we pan through this content here, photographs and personal artifacts and things that he did, both in his political career as well as some of his conservation achievements is also displayed. As you can see, most of this stuff is real, right? They're not sort of paper mache or things that's been created at home. It's the actual artifacts that's been sort of portrayed within this museum as an opportunity. I think if you start reading some of these things, and if you're really interested in the artifacts and all these facts that happened back in time, this can take you a couple of hours to finish because there is a lot of information. Even though the museum is only one floor, there is a lot of information that you can really enjoy and learning about as well. Just a couple of other information as I share this. This place or this property is called Sagamore Hill, and it was served as the primary residence back in 1885 until his death, who is President Roosevelt, in 1919. And this became known as the Summer White House, and where he lived during his presidency. And this is also where he conducted most of his business, with enjoying time with his family as well. They had wildlife, chickens, goats, whatever you can say, whatever, cows and so forth. And he really enjoyed being with animals, conservation, conservatory things as well throughout his lifetime. Again, this was built back in 1885. And the architecture of this particular building is called the Queen Anne style. It does have a historical significance for President Roosevelt. It was, as I mentioned, a summer retreat and the official residence during Roosevelt's presidency. So some cool things out here. You know, he got his binoculars and some of his gifts that were given during his foreign trips across various areas in the world as well. He took many different trips out to Africa as well. He did go hunting. I would imagine some of those hunting sort of things that he did is probably illegal at this moment because of you know, the extinction of certain animals that are on the list as well. So with that said, enjoy some of this stuff. We had a great time at this. We bought souvenirs, as you can see by the little clock there that Melvin bought. It's pretty cool, great to wear, as well as, you know, just to show where we are. In the back of the Burchard house, you have a little walk that you can do through the little forest. And as you walk through this particular path, it ends up in the Long Island Sound. It is absolutely gorgeous, great place to take the family. People jog here. They have a lot of pets walking around as well. You can do really time to refresh and re-energize. Thank you, guys.